All right, everyone. So basically today we are going to start on learning Premiere Pro. And so Premiere Pro is actually one of the uh, program that is in your Adobe collection. And if we go to find it and search Premiere Pro, and it will come up with this purple icon, PR, and let's launch it. So Premiere Pro is actually a video editing software that will allow you to composing clips together, uh, uh, make clips go together, or even you can make titles, subtitles. You can put in musics, and you can put in all the different texts. And here is the beginning screen of welcoming to Premiere Pro, and you could start and go ahead and make a new project, or if you have any work project before, it will be in here. You can just open it. So right now we're going to open a new project, and if I click new project here, it will bring up the new project screen here, and it is asking me about all the video and audio format, and basically most of the time you will leave this by default. And for the name, I just name it Premiere Pro 101. Okay, so it denotes our first project. You can name it anything that you like, and I hit go ahead and hit OK. And after we created the project is creating, and right now it is asking for a new sequence. Actually, sequence is actually one uh, clip. Okay, you will say one clip. For most of the time, you work with only one sequence. So right now, it is asking you what is the dimension and the resolution of this clip. And I would probably be going on DV and DSC. Standard is as you can see, is a 4:3 interface, while widescreen is what we're having in most of our screen is 16:9. And I will go ahead to make it widescreen 48 kilohertz, which is on a DVD quality, and I'll just leave it sequence to run because you work with only one sequence for quite a good long time. You may not need another sequence until you go on more complicated editing. But let me click OK. Now it's loading. Let's just give it a little bit while. Okay, so this is the initial screen of Adobe Premiere Pro, and as you can see, it is separated into 4 big regions. And if it is not something that looks like what I have, you can always do Windows, Workspace, and reset your current workspace. And your workspace should be editing, okay, because it's just general workspace. Just like Photoshop that we have, we could change the different workspace for different needs, but right now in general we're going editing. Okay, so there are 4 main areas. This is the detail area, which you can if you put in any of the movies, say for example, let me try to drag in the movie here, and if I put in a movie here, okay, I keep existing setting. Okay, so I tell you later on. Okay, so it will actually shows here is the preview screen, and as we can see, you can have all these playback options. And to the upper left hand side corner is the effect control, where you can change the effect of the clip, say changing volume, opacity, or if you want to animate them. And here at the lower left hand side is actually the resource that you have, and the effect library that you can have effects, transitions, and animations, some of the presets or some of the filters as well. And we'll go into it a little bit later. So right now, let me remove that clip. And right now, so how do we put in clips? So saying about source clips, there's a lot of ways that you can put in source clips. You could use your mobile phone to make source clips. You can download it, or well, of course, it have to be within the license or not infringing on this copyright. So as long as you have any of the clips, you can safely drag into this timeline area. Okay, this is actually a timeline. Okay, so let's go ahead and try. If I want to go to YouTube to download video, so right now maybe I just have this. Hey, this is the Spanish version, I think, of the Coca-Cola, advertisement. And if I want to download this video, so look, I'm going to change the youtube.com into ssyoutube.com. Okay, I just add 2 letters ss here, look at. And so I go ahead and hit enter, and I will be brought into a download website, which I could just hold on a while. I could download the video into my computer. Of course, I can always change the. This is MP4 format. MP4 is one of the video format that is widely used, and I'm going to use 720p, which is a high quality. I mean, relatively higher. And when I close, see when I click download, you see it's there. And when I go to my Finder, okay, so let me go back here. And I'm going on a Finder, which will drag me back here, and I'm going to drag into here. You can see when I drag from Finder to here, I can have this bar. Okay, this blue bar represents the video. Okay, so when I drag in, it says the clip does not match the sequence settings because the promotional video that I drag in is actually 4:3, and our screen resolution is 16:9, so it does not match. So do we want to change it? It is asking, do we want to change the sequence to match the clip? Well, of course I do not want. I just want to keep existing setting. So as you can see, when I go on this and I go on motion and scale, you can see when I zoom out, oh, it is barely fitting. You can see if I fit the height, the width doesn't fit, and you can see there's black at the side. So which means it is not fitting. And when I scale it further up, I will lose some at the top and bottom, but it doesn't matter. I just want to fill up my whole screen. And so right now, I fill up my whole screen, and well, I just want to see the whole screen. And so right now here, you can see video 1, audio 1, which is, well, the video and audio, they're linked together, okay? And when I move the video, the audio moves as well. And I can go ahead and move out a little bit. And of course, I can zoom in the timeline a little bit so that, hey, there's no screen for a little while. Until after 9 seconds, you see the timer here is moving, okay? And it starts to play, okay? So, and when I select on, I'll use the selection tool, and when I select on this video, the corresponding information effect control will be shown here, which I can control the scale as I just tried, and I can also control the position, left, right, okay? Okay, so here's what we have. Okay, right now, we want to try to add in a title before that, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to here at the lower left-hand corner is in the project resources. We are going to go ahead and add the resource. You see here, new item. When I click on it, I can have a lot of things to add. Well, one of them is the title. Okay, I'm going to click to add the title. Okay, I will say beginning title. Okay, and I keep everything default and click OK. And window is being brought out, and I could just type a text. Hey, I can drag on the text area just like you do in Photoshop. Hey, Mr. Cola. Okay, so basically what is showing right now here is showing where you are at your timeline. If you move your timeline, it will change to the different screens, so facilitating you to design how and where could you place your word. But I'm going to put it as the title, main title beforehand, so I will just leave it blank. Okay, so what option I can do here, I can center align it, and of course I could also just use the move button to move up and down as well. Okay, I'm going to center align it again, and I'm going to center align this text box using these 2 buttons, vertical center or horizontal center. If we click vertical center, it will move up because the height of this text box is like this. If I make it smaller to just fit to what I'm using right now, if I click center, horizontal center again, it would center the text horizontally. And when I click this, it will center my text vertically. It's a good tool if you want to place it in this, place some text in the center of the screen. Okay. Of course, in the bottom, you have a lot of different types of text styles that you can change, or you can change details here. You can change the font size as well. You see, I can drag it bigger and stroke shadows just like you did in Photoshop, and I can just do, hey, this one is a little bit too big, and I am going to change to this probably. I'm going to drag out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to center it again. Okay, so this is what we have. Maybe I just want to add a background color as well. I check the background here, and I'm going to have a radial gradient. I do linear gradient. Well, probably I would be doing a red color, red to blue maybe. Okay, see. So it is doing a little bit of gradient here, and I can say more red or more blue by dragging here. So I just make them even, and you can see as the purple is in the middle, so that to give it a gradient. And so I can also change the angle of the gradient a little bit, and so okay. So here I did the title, and if I'm satisfied with this, I will go ahead and hit close here. So right now you can see in the project resource in the lower left hand corner, there's a beginner title that is being created. Note that it is not in the timeline yet, because this timeline will show what is happening on this on the actual video that you're going to do. So I will go ahead and drag this here. As you can see, when I drag out, I will go ahead put in video 1 as well. Okay, as you can see, as I drag, and after I drag it, there's a gap here, so I just put this just right after video 1. Of course, if you want to right now see how that is, it's 5-second video, right? So you can go ahead and select the title and make it longer or shorter. Okay, I just make it like exactly 4 seconds. Okay, and then I'm going to plug this in, and when I hit play, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to start. Okay, note that there's no audio associated with this because this is just a text layer. So this is the way how you put in the text in the beginning, or what if you want to put in a text in the end. So for example, at the end, I'm going to put a Mr. Color here. Okay. For example, hey, here, I'm going to put it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another one, new item, title, and okay. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do here, hey, Mr. She as well is too big, so I'm going to select all and make the font size a lot smaller, and so that you will see. And so I'll try to use a thin font. I think it could be Arial. No. Let's make the font size smaller as well. Maybe Times New Roman. I'll try to make some that is matching it. It's okay. I'll just do Arial, okay? So I will go ahead and try to align it here. Hey, huh? Okay, it's almost like this. Okay, so note that I have the background. I move the timeline here so that I have the background screen for me to see. And if I'm done, I click close. So you see right now, there's one Mr. Cheese here at the project resource and with no background, which is black. So I'm go ahead to drag the title 02 up here and to align here. Hey, Mr. Cheese is here. And of course, I don't want it to be that long, so I drag this bar to be matching the end of the clip. So let's see when I play. hey, Mr. Cheers is up here. Okay, so here's the way that how you add a title with a background so that you can put it in front or at the back or between different video clips, or you add a title somewhere else in video 2 or video 3. So if I move out the title, as you can see, the title itself is just Mr. Cheese and without any background. Well, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to stack them in different layers, okay? You can see we have video 1, video 2, video 3, and if you put text in video 2 and your video on video 1, then the text will actually overlaying the video itself. And anything you put in video 2 and will cover video 1, and anything we put in video 3 will cover video 2 and video 1. So this is how you are going to make them out. And another thing is, what if I want to add in a picture? It also works. Say I move the timeline to somewhere that I like. Okay, by moving this, even if I want to move it really frame by frame, I can use the keyboard arrow key, left, right. If I go left, it will move slowly, frame by frame, as you can see. And now I move right, so that I can do small move. Okay, this is the frame that I want to put in. So I want to put in a picture. So I can go ahead and put in a, for example, I want to put in a McDonald's picture. I can just drag in here. Oops. I'll put it here. Import file. So now I import a McDonald's PNG. I just drag it from Finder to this project resource, and I can drag it from here to here. Oops, it's too big, so I'm going to use motion again. In the effect control here, I'm going to scale it down, and I'm going to drag the position, move it here as well, probably here, and drag it down. So you can drag the position as well. Note that you can see. And so I'm dragging it upward. Okay, so let me try to play. I play again. Hey, I don't want it to be here. So let me move frame by frame. I move back frame by frame. So that until the last, this is the next frame, and this is the last frame, this is appearing, right? So I'm going to shorten its duration to just here. Okay, so let's play. Okay, so here's how you can add in titles and subtitles and pictures. So now it's your turn and for your first project.